Now, what do we have in here?
This, and then if, depending on how long it takes, we'll probably go and do another mission afterwards. We'll probably have to head down there now, right? That we can't do yet. Yeah, so, and that we can't do yet. So I think we're going to head down. Unless there's like something else here. I don't think there is. Like, we're not going to go into this area. Shelter. Oh, there's a cauldron. Is that a cauldron? That's probably something we should do. Yeah. We'll see how this goes first. I like last few episodes. I guess we might as well listen to podcasts. Because I've obviously lost all sense of professionalism in these.
Hey, JLP tweets. Okay, a lot of commentary about being the biggest tosser, which is like an old favorite. Just want to go back to that. He tweeted, wait a second, Chrissy, 21 times 3 equals 66. Did you notice this? Because Twitter did. That she said, she did the
Yes.
Shame.
Yes.
Come on, JLP. That might have been Frankenbitten, let's be honest. Like, who knows?
That sounds like kind of maths I would do.
Yeah, you can't criticize someone for getting math wrong in the confessional. Like, you know, a lot of people get math wrong. Remember when Khan said that he had his idol for 10 days and it was like day 12 and now we can talk about it? That was bad math too, wasn't it? Terrible math.
Yeah, that was bad math.
How dare you say that on day 12? It's just, yeah. He said it's about time Geordie bent the knee to the king. I didn't know what this meant. Which king was he talking about? There's so many. I literally don't even know what monarch he's talking about here. Mark?
Is that because he's calling King Kong?
But when was he bending the knee? I guess it must be Mark, but is Mark not the king? He needs to specify which king when he says king in his tweets. So I didn't know. I also like that he tweeted so many people are tribal with like an anguish face. I just felt like when JLP comes to tribal, it's like, oh, there's so many of you. I have to talk to all of you, right? It's gonna be a long night. I want to go to bed.
Yeah.
Like now. So those are the JLP tweets.
Those are very, very difficult conversations to be part of. Like, there is a lot happening. There's a lot that gets cut out. There's a lot of cross talk. There's a lot of like the other tribe chiming in on your tribe, and then JLP trying to watch everyone. Like, I would not want that. That's like getting, like, I think about the teacher equivalent is like getting a year 9 double on a Friday afternoon. Like, that is like, you got a lot of people to watch. You're really tired. It's end of the day, and you're like, if we could just thin this herd a little bit, I might be able to keep better control.
I thought you were going to say, like, that's a lot of really PG-rated JLP tweets. It was a poll-less week. It was the tug-less week. Don't know what's going on.
He's honestly becoming such a sexual deviant. He needs to be rested. So I'm glad he's had a quiet week.
Well, I'm glad you mentioned that because it's a good segue. What possibly will this be? We've answered a lot of the questions, but Lindsay Proteus says, can we talk about the smoking hot medic? We've seen more of him this week than we've seen of Mel and Michelle all season. I think we see more of me. Sometimes I'm on the ads. You see my name? Juicy Medic, the 25th tribe member. People were talking about it. I was getting texts about the medic. Yeah, was that your medic?
No, he's I haven't never seen him before.
Oh, okay. Well, tell him I say hi. Well, you're no good to me. You have no insights on hot medics.
I'm sorry.
Okay. So, Nick, we've come to the end of this podcast. Thank you for your time. Seriously, it's been a big night, but you've sat here for almost 3 hours chatting about hot medics and just total nonsense, and I appreciate it. I want to say tasty things.
No, oh my god.
I want to say next week it looks like 2 a week. It's going to be Sunday, Monday. So don't miss.
Oh, really?
Podcast. Yeah, that's what the TV guys are saying. So yeah, check back here after that. We'll have Mike Bloom to chat about it all. I'm sure he has thoughts in his usual week 5 slot. He can have thoughts on whatever the merge tribe name is, and I'm sure he'll be angry about it. Whatever.
It'll be yellow or something.
Yeah, no. I think we wanted bled, like blue and red, but it's bled. That's like a wink and a nod to how much they really Brited the whole blood and water thing. Nick, where can people find you?
You can find me on Instagram and Twitter. Both of them somehow I managed to snag at Nick Iadanza. And interesting, I've had a real surge in cameos lately. I've been progressively just been doing cameos. I get them all the time, but like recently there's been a renewed interest in Australian Survivor because of it being on Paramount. I did some awesome ones recently. People recovering from brain surgery, proposals I've been helping with.
You have a live proposal!
I'm not saying this as a plug.
And Peter didn't even pay you.
I know, right?
And that was your first one, probably. You're welcome.
I'm coming for my $15. I say that because I don't get that much money from it. I actually really enjoy talking and to Survivor fans and connecting with them and being part of their little special moments. I had someone who got it for their mother who was a frontline worker and has been really stressed out lately, and their kids, she loved me on the show, and their kids got it for me. Just like the weird and wacky things that come through on Cameo are so fun. Yes, I have had to reject a few of them that wanted me to do sexual things for them on Cameo. I'll tell you about those off air. I just say that because I say that for two reasons. One, because it's been a real joy this last couple of weeks, and two, because you are now on Memo.
Yeah, I was going to say. Thank you for the same
Yes,
thing.
and if you're not going to plug it, I will plug it. Yeah, okay, well then I'll let you do it.
No, well, I mean, I don't know anymore because then you said the thing about the sexual things. I'm like, maybe I'm not on Memo anymore. I'm on Memo. I just got on this week. It's like a cameo type thing. And honestly, I was uncomfortable about it. Took a lot of persuasion's not the right word. Like, Peter was like, you should do this, you should like back yourself. And I don't know if people are going to want it. But I just I reconciled in my mind. Yeah, and I went to a lot of people for a lot of opinions. I just felt like for me, I am a content creator, and this is more content. Are people going to want birthday messages from me? I'm not so sure because I'm a nobody. But I'm supposed to be like a Survivor professional, right? So if you want specific takes, because 2 hours and 45 minutes of my second podcast on this week after talking tribal and an exit wasn't enough, I'll give you like specific takes on anything from Survivor. I'll also do the shout outs, but like if you are wanting to audition or if you're going out to play the game, if you want like what's your archetype, what kind of players can you watch, what's the advice that you need for that, if you want, like I really do try and engage with people in the DMs. I try to respond to everything, and I will continue to, obviously, but like if you just want some of that extra content around like personalized watch lists, like you tell me what you like from that, and it's like that personal content. So I want to thank Sean Bryan for being my first Memo request. Maybe the first and only, but it's something I'm pushing myself to do, and if anyone's interested in that kind of extra content or a shout out or a message of any kind, ask me anything, nothing sexual, and I will be on Memo doing that. So thank you, Nick, for plugging for me. I'm like, this is a lucky segue, but no, you were doing it on purpose. You sly devil.
I was doing it on purpose, yeah. No, it's good. Yeah. It's like, I think it's a really clever idea, and I think that if you've got a Survivor fan in your life, that you tell Shannon what they like, and she will give you recommendations of what seasons to watch or podcasts to listen to. And because I just think that you do so much great work, Shannon, and I think this is a natural evolution of what you can give to the community. So yeah, everyone check it out.
Yeah, we'll see. I hope so. I mean, you started me a little bit with what you were saying, but I hope it'll be good. A lot to check out. But yeah, check out Australian Survivor Talking Tribal, which I'm doing with George and Haley and James Matheson every week. This week it was worth it alone for George and Haley fighting over whether you need fire making skills. And I was just laughing so hard because that's the dynamic with them all the time. And follow me at Engage for all of this. Subscribe to the International Survivor Half-Ups feed so you don't miss any of the content. As I said, the exits should be out when this is out, with Nina and Croc and Ben, hoping to get all of them going forward. My fingers are crossed. But Nick, thank you I can't thank you enough again. Like, you really went through it today and tonight, and you still...
I got it.
We had a tasty time,
We did have a tasty time. I'm going to now go and be a father to my sick child, and I'll leave you all to enjoy the tastiness of it for another week.
All right. Thank you all so much. Thank you, Nick, again. Thank you to Scott St. Pierre behind the scenes, and Mike and I will see you for the merge after 2 episodes next week. Bye.
Bye.
Australian Survivor.
Wait, how much does it get up?
Survivor.
Oh, or is it? Do I only need one? I might only need one, and that would work. So, yeah, that'll be kind of good.
£1 million.
Okay, let's stop this. Do I have another podcast? Do I have a podcast at this point? Oh no, I haven't. Oh no, I'm not even close to it now. I'm a fucking idiot.
Rob as a Podcast is brought to you like. Hey everybody, what's going on? Rob Sestrino back for another week of the Amazing Race. Here we are, 8 weeks in, leg number 9 in the books. Next week is the finale as our 4 teams will face off one last time in a 2-hour Amazing Race finale coming up next week. But here to talk about the penultimate leg is our Amazing Race panel, a panel that combines the wisdom of Socrates and the cynicism of Diogenes every single week for you here on the recap. Of course, our chief Amazing Race correspondent. Please welcome back Jessica Lees. Jess, how are you?
Doing great, Rob. Crawled out of my
I should
jar
just
just
get
for
all
all of
these,
this.
right?
Very excited to talk about this week's leg of the race. Mike Bloom has a hoodie on and it's zipped up to his neck.
Oh, no.
So I'm a little bit concerned. Also, I can't bring a bit in because if I bring in any kind of one-liner, it's just going to get topped in 30 seconds. So
Alright,
it's
so what do
I
I
should
wanna
just
do
come on
then?
here and be like,
There's a
hey,
cauldron,
Rob, it's
right?
great to see you. Can't wait to talk about the Amazing Race. Why do I try to be funny? That's not my job.
Yeah, I don't know. You're bringing the cynicism of Diogenes into the
Can't do
podcast
that, man.
already. I'm sure Mike Bloom doesn't have anything out of the ordinary planned. He seems like that's is a normal, just a normal sweatshirt on. It's
cold
chilly.
on the East Coast. Okay, we got hit with a cold spell. Now, that being said, I am feeling rather hot. Maybe it's just like the effort of me
Where's the
searching under
cauldron?
rocks for 3 hours. So,
Oh,
I
there
mean,
it
if you
is.
don't mind, I will. Good Lord, slips into something a little more comfortable. I am Micrates. Welcome, plebeians.
I know. He didn't bring the wisdom, that's for sure.
Oh, I have wisdom in spades.
Describe for our podcast listeners who are not watching the video what has happened.
Well, I want to start by saying that Sam Moore, our behind-the-scenes guy, has just typed in the private chat, why?
Oh, it was
all
like
in
really
caps.
random
Yeah.
cauldron.
Just to set the scene.
Wow, that's very
Really
Socratic, though, right? The Socratic method is to keep asking questions. I think why is very valid.
It is, because I'm wondering the same thing myself.
Gemini.
Except I
I'm an
know
idiot.
the answer is because Mike. So Mike's wearing a toga. He is shirtless, save for a, toga top.
Yeah. I also want to say that I have seen Mike without a shirt on more than any other human in the last month without a shirt on, okay?
I do have a wife, right, Rob? Is that
That's commentary on me, Mike. That's not commentary on you.
I was going to say, listen, somebody's got to bring in the clicks, Rob, okay? And I'm sorry that I have this bodacious bob that I need to show off. I'm like Ryan and Dusty, I gotta strip stuff off. You're the Raquel and Kayla's and the pit stop breeders, Mick and Jaspy. Look, I'm just here to dispense some wisdom, okay? We all have 2 ears, 1 tongue to lick other dogs that follow other teams around.
Mike, can we ask you about the DIY toga?
I mean, like the process?
Yeah, what would you...
I mean, is
that a sheet or a towel?
It's a sheet.
Yeah.
If it's a towel, God help me if I cover myself in terry cloth. I'd be a puddle by the end of this. No, it is a sheet. It is probably way too many safety pins. I may or may not be bleeding at the end of this, much like Kayla did when she was throwing those plates in that detour. But mostly it's kept together with just the sweet old gumption. The Amazing Race is about how you keep at it no matter how lost you get. And no matter how lost I got in this billowy fabric, the idea of bringing forward this identity to you today was what kept me going, kept me one step at a time, getting to this proverbial pit stop.
Okay, all right.
Oh,
I'm going to go over there and take in the view and take a minute to rest.
Exactly. I mean, is this not a good enough view for you? And she's left, and she's gone.
Okay, all right. Jess is going to collect herself, and then she's going to come back. In the meantime, here we are, 1 week away from the finale. Next week, we plan to bring you interviews with the final 4 teams. And I have to say, I've really enjoyed this season, but specifically these final 4 teams. What a group! What a group! Not a dud among them.
It's a really fun group, and I think it also helps that we really got to know them, right? That is a fringe benefit of having a bunch of endgame stuffed non-elimination legs, is that essentially we get to know them for maybe twice as many legs as they would normally last. To the point where they're like, all right, well, we don't really have much other stuff about them. Let's talk about, Raquel and Kayla's financial situation. Let's talk about Dusty's anger issues. And I do feel like in a time where reality TV, we are getting more and more cynical about, like, genuine human moments and getting to know these contestants.
You have Diogenes.
Yeah,
What?
the Amazing Race, I think, is delivering due to the circumstances they were unfortunately handed.
It's a great group. Yeah.
There's usually one team. Even by the time we get to the final 4, we're like, well, there's these guys, these guys, these guys,
That's
and
what this
who's
is.
the other team?
Yeah, the golden boy.
Yeah, I think the Logan and London of the group, if you will. We can't. It even took me a second to remember who those people were. There's always that one team where you can't remember that they're still on the show, and we didn't have that, I think, at any point this season. So that was
especially
really,
post-flip.
Yeah, especially.
Oh, this is a main class.
And I am a little annoyed though that we were
Well,
so close
not
to
doing that, then.
having the scenario that I wanted. I so wanted Ryan and Dusty to come in third, so Arun and Natalia would be spared elimination again.
Well, I don't think we were that close, Rob.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I mean, listen, considering that the big, to-do was like, oh man, did Arun and Natalia get lost? That Ryan and Dusty searching it for rocks for nearly 3 hours. They were somehow able to come to the lead. Now look, it's happened before. I'm looking at, like, Amazing Race 4 with Kelly and John and Millie and Chuck in terms of, like, incredible comebacks. But I did not think it was happening here, unfortunately. Yeah, I mean, the Oracle of Delphi was not able to deliver in that regard. But look, it was win-win to me. Either we get, like, Darkest Timeline and Arun and Natalia become the first team to come in last place 4 times, or Ryan and Dusty, who a month ago we were like, oh yeah, this is going to be such a boring season. These guys are going to run away with it. End up finishing in last and getting saved by the final non-elimination. Like, I don't think any of us would have predicted that at all, even last week.
They hit rock bottom, would you say?
Wait, there's a tunnel?
We're all just going to sit here.
Where
I thought you were all
Wait, there's a
frozen for a
fucking
second.
cluster?
No, the stones did them in. Okay, all right. So
you couldn't get no satisfaction.
All right, let's go through this leg, which I think was more fun. I thought this was like I was entertained,
okay?
but I feel like as
What
far
are you
as
doing
like
out here?
Ask my grandmother. I risked leaving guard duty to look for her. She stopped to see the bloom, and now she won't leave. Since when does she care about flowers?
They're not just flowers, child. They're scarlet stems with a scent that soothes the nerves. Or so I was told many years ago by an Utaru seed tracker.
An Utaru? Now you're telling stories. If one trespassed here back then, you'd have killed him on sight.
I couldn't. Found him picking flowers, right near here in Tanakh territory. I was all set to strike him down, but he was singing.
Singing?
Can't remember the tune now. Just the lilt of his voice. And his name. Nilo. He decided to stay for a day or two. I took guard duty here so I could keep coming back to him. And he kept delaying his return to Plainsong. For the flowers, he said.
Please don't tell me I'm descended from an Utaru gardener.
Almost. Almost. But the thrill of battle called to me, and he had to return to his people. I've always wondered about the life I missed with him. Whether he misses it too. Would he welcome me in Plainsong? Or at least accept a scarlet stem?
It's a long way to Plainsong, but I get back there now and then. I could pick some scarlet stems and bring them to Nilo, if I can find him.
Please. He was an herbalist there. I know the time has long since passed, but I'd like to know. Well, I'd like him to know. You know what I mean.
I think I do.
Encouraging an old woman? Why would you do that?
Why wouldn't I?
Okay. It's an errand. Oh, is it all like here? Yeah, fuck it then. I'll do it.
Stuff for the stash.
Wait, what do I need to be picking up? How do I know what's the one I'm picking up? Like what I'm supposed to be picking up, I should say.
That's good to have extra.
Copy that one then. That's that one. Some plain song. Oh, get him out. Alright, where am I going again? I mean, do I really want to go plain song? I guess we will.
I should look for the herbalist. Might still be Nilo. I could give him the scarlet stems.
Okay. Wait, what the fuck? Why are there so many missions here now? Where'd all these come up? Whatever. It's up there. How the fuck do you get up? Or is it all connected? Oh, it's all connected. I'm a fucking idiot.
I hear Tanakh rebels have taken over the border gates west of here. Best stay clear of them if you're heading that way.
Thanks for the heads up. Rebels. And the Utaru have enough to deal with. Maybe they could use a little help.
Oh yeah, let's just see. Is there anything I need restocking on? Okay. 118 fucking berries.
Walking fields is plenty, my friend.
Is this where I can buy? No, it's not. Oh, yeah, it is. Okay. Might as well buy more of these. Are any of these decent? I might as well check here. what we can do. Let's do it. Fully upgrade it. Alright. It's only those first two. Oh, we can do these two. I'm not even using those. That's kind of annoying. Alright, so this is... Wait, is this the one then? No, this is the one that I need. Yeah, but, okay. So it's like... That would be good, and this would be good, but I can't do either of those. So, alright, let's do this then. Alright. That's fine. That's whatever. What can we do here? Tripwire, spike, holster. I'll do spike if it doesn't impede on anything else. It doesn't look like it. Alright, we'll do spikes. So I need to get this, and I need to get this. I don't have one. How the fuck do I get there? Oh, I'm a fucking idiot. Alright, so I think we'll finish this mission, we'll grab the other missions that are here, and then we'll call it an episode, and then we'll obviously do more.
Come on.
How do you go up? Oh. Or not? There? Whatever. Oh fuck, this isn't even the fucking floor I need to be on. How fucking high is this guy? Oh, fuck off. I didn't realize that was a hole. Alright, well, that's cool.
Outlander, what can I do for you?
You're the herbalist here, right? Are you Nilo?
No, Nilo was before my time. I think he went up north a while back to Riverhim. Why? Do you need a special solve?
No, but someone else does, in a way. Thanks. I'll try Riverhim.
There's a grove there, a memorial, a beautiful greenery. If he's there, I bet he'll be tending it.
Thanks again.
Glad I could help. Have a look at my stock.
Probably not, right? Yeah.
I hope you find what you're looking for in Riverhim.
Sure. Alright, so we'll grab the other missions that are here before we leave.
Is this easy?
Okay, so it's up here.
One more search. Let this go.
Oh.
What's going on here?
You're the one who spoke before the chorus. Maybe you can help. This is not your concern, Outlander. Have we not tolerated enough of your intrusions?
I think you can handle one more. What is it?
My wife, Kalai. She was to join the chorus. She went up to the promontory to perform the rite of discovery, but she must have fallen. And now they are abandoning the search.
We have done enough, Bree. The search party found nothing but her instrument broken beside the riverbed.
And atop the promontory was only the dye she used for the ritual. We will not ask more of our people to risk their lives because of one woman's stubbornness.
But the seed she carried deserved to be planted and remembered. I heard how you helped the land god Ray. How you saw what no one else could. Please, will you look for her seed pouch?
False hope is a creeping vine.
How was Kalai chosen to join the chorus?
The chorus chooses its own, but they can't do so in isolation. They must listen to the people. Kalai was a growing voice for new ideas instead of old traditions, and her beliefs were catching on.
We cannot deafen ourselves to dissonance, unpleasant though it might be.
So you had to admit Kalai, or risk legitimizing her ideas even more.
The Outlander catches on quick.
The rite of discovery. What is it exactly?
It's a pilgrimage to the Promontoria. The place where the first Utaro beheld Plainsong. Kalai was to follow the path our ancestors took. Mark her eyes with dye and then play her song while overlooking the land. She then would have added her mark on the promontory itself, joining the marks of those who came before. Every new chorus member used to make the journey. But because of the derangement, the practice has been abandoned. Too dangerous. No one's done it for years.
Then why did she do it?
We all urged her not to. But, as was her way, she ignored our warnings.
She thought it would lend strength to her point of view. She needed to prove that she respected the old ways, even as she advocated against them. Then maybe more people would listen.
Kalai was carrying a pouch of seeds?
Every Utaro keeps one. We choose the seeds at a young age, taken from the plants of our forebears or those of other significance. And when one passes, their seeds are returned to the land that nourished them, so that life may spring again. Which is why I want Kalai's pouch. Her seeds deserve to be planted in Plainsong.
The river will carry the seeds to new soil, where they will take root and flower.
But they won't be at home.
It's the best we can hope for.
What were Kalai's political beliefs?
Radical. You would have gotten along.
Plainsong is dying. But Kalai believed we don't have to die with it. As the wind carries the seed to distant lands. She proposed that the Utaro leave Plainsong and seek out a new home.
We are bound to this land. A tree cannot pick up its roots, even as fire approaches.
But you're not trees.
It doesn't matter now.
If I'm out that way, I can take a look around.
Thank you. The promontory is northeast of here. Look for the broken bridge at the bottom of the cliffs, right at the promontory's base. That's where the search party found her instrument.
Okay. That all right with you?
How you waste your time is not my concern.
Searching for what the land has already reclaimed is fruitless.
Children, be careful. Alright. Well.
We'll have nothing.
What's going on here? Sounds like there's a problem.
We're speaking about something important, Outlander.
Yul, please. Later. A reminder of why I often prefer plants to people. They're so much less demanding. I apologize for Yul. My people used to be friendlier, but hunger robs many of their kindness.
Seems like there's a lot around here in short supply. Is there anything that can help?
As Yul said, we need food. So much so that we've sent hunting parties to the Old Growth, a forest in the north. We never used to hunt animals for food.
We never had to. But as our crops fail, we've run out of options. But something else went wrong. A machine slaughtered the last hunting party we sent out. A Clawstrider. But to hear the lone survivor tell it, more deadly than any we've seen before. Until it's gone, I can't risk more hunters, but without that meat, our people grow more lean every day. Tell me everything you know about the machine that attacked your hunters. It fell upon them near the edge of the old growth. One of them, Ven, survived and made it back to Plainsong. If you wish to question him, he's recovering with our healers. The other 4 hunters weren't so fortunate. It must be a powerful beast. Can you destroy it? I've handled tough ones before. Good. The old growth must be made safe for hunting. One more thing. Every Utaru wears a small pouch of seeds, given at birth, planted at death. It is how we remember our loved ones and celebrate their place in the cycle. It would mean a great deal to the hunters' families if you could recover them. I'll do what I can. I know you will. Be careful in the forest. Before I head for the old growth, I might want to talk to the survivor. See what he can tell me about the Clawstrider.
May the land bloom in your steps, Outlander.
Going gently. Is something wrong? Sounds like someone's in trouble.
It's Jax. You heard some rumor about Tanakh loitering around where they're not supposed to be. Took off south for Stone's Echo the next day to find them. Damn fool.
Who is this Jax, exactly?
My friend. Ain't it obvious? Bit younger than me, can still move without every bone creaking. Knows his way around a bow, too. Good company to share a drink with. When there's sweet sap to drink anyway. But I told him, stick your hand in bramble and you're bound to catch a fist of thorns.
Maybe I should find this guy. Stone's Echo, you said?
That's right. If you don't mind me, these roots aren't gonna dig themselves.
Alright. So that's everything here, right? Still do this mission here.
Okay,
I sell all
River
you
Him.
need to succeed.
I should look for Nilo. Give him the Scarlet Stems. The herbalist in Plainsong said he might be near the Memorial Grove.
What is this?
Aloy, I
say
can't
Nilo?
believe it. I came back ready for a fight and instead found that you had already ended one.
I wasn't alone.
Who is this?
People are lucky to have Q leading them.
Stubborn as weeds, that one.
I don't remember.
I'm just glad we're all back in Riverhim. For good, this time. May the land always bloom in your steps, Aloy.
Okay.
Hi there.
Nora, here. You're a long way from home.
I suppose I am. I'm looking for an herbalist named Nilo. I think I heard you say his name.
You've come to the right place. His seeds were buried here, where he tended the blooms of others, including my mother's. I'm his daughter, Gia.
How long has he been gone?
Some 5 years now. He put a lot of love into this grove. Almost as much as he gave me. That's why I could never abandon Riverhim.
I'd like to leave some flowers, if I may. From an old friend of his.
Scarlet stems. They're rare in these parts, but they were his favorite. I never knew why. He planted them whenever he could, but never picked them. Preferred to just watch them bloom.
Sounds about right. So he was a good man who led a full life?
He was. And he did. I don't know who this old friend is, but if my father liked them, they must be a good soul.
Alright, so is that it for a mission, or we have to go back? We'll go back. Well, that's kind of annoying.
Look, the Outlander's back.
I can still see well enough, girl.
Is my long vigil over? You have word from my grandmother's gardener?
Yes and no. I laid the scarlet stems at his grave. His favorite flower, according to his daughter. Always loved to watch them bloom.
He's gone.
A couple things happened to me going
You
into
did think of me over the years.
The band's favorite season is
That'll have
I had
to
a
be
girl
enough.
that I was dating for a long time.
Really? That's
I was
it?
dating her when I went
Are
on
you
to
sure you got the right
Cook Islands.
herbalist?
And I was like,
Seemed like you
seriously
thought
looking
it was
to
a
get out of
fool's
relationship. So when I found myself stranded on a deserted
just
island
that it meant something to
Miss
you.
Montana, I was like,
It
well,
could have been a whole
I guess this
other
is a
life.
good way to break up with
Could have
my
been.
ex, you know. So
But this
I was,
life hasn't turned out so bad. Even have a granddaughter who cares enough to come looking for me out in the wild. And I still got scarlet stems to remind me of Nilo.
You're not Boston
Sounds
Rob
like your grandmother's got it all figured
the
out.
chances of you having
Maybe she
showmance
does.
and, like making it to the end.
Just
they're pretty
tell me
much
the next time you want to come out here, okay?
Stop
Instead of disappearing?
Maybe I will.
Like, get your head in the game. You know,
Here,
it was my
Outlander.
fault that I
Take
I
this.
fell under her spell. And,
For helping an
it
old
was a lot
woman
of
to
fun.
remember she was
There
once young.
definitely, I was enamored, and then when we got back into
Alright, that took a while for it just being an errand, but whatever.
You did.
Okay, what should we do next then? So we have a lot of quests now, right? What the fuck is this all the way over there? Oh, okay, that's the racetrack thing. That's Valley of the Fallen. We're not gonna do that just yet. So that's the one we still also can't do. That's one of the missions. And if we're back here, I guess we should just do that one
Good
next.
thing for my grandmother.
Yeah, we'll end here though. After I get to this, not fast travel, but whatever it is. Save point. Technically, there's a fast travel location also, but you get the point. So I played about 24 hours of this over the course of the first week. So that's something. But yeah, we're done. Next episode, continue on. For now, thank you for watching.